Well, 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 it was bound to happen sooner or later. Welcome everybody to The Lost Crown, a ghost hunting adventure. My name is Doydle of RoundSquare, and I am so excited to be playing this today. So for those of you who don't know, this game is made by an independent studio, made by Darkling Room. I've played the Silent Night demo on the channel before, which is one of their newer projects, and this is the game which introduced me to the studio and got me really into the work that they produce. So, I love this. Okay, it's also the perfect time of year to be playing this. The summer has finally ended. I mean, it was an amazing summer, but I'm very much ready for a nice, cozy, spooky autumn. And, yes, there's just so much atmosphere. I love this. Okay, anyway. Let's have a look-see. I freaking love this game. When I studied games design at uni, I just couldn't get over how interesting and unique the whole layout, the presentation of this game is. It's just, even today, this is just one of the best menus I've ever seen. Okay, so I haven't played this game for probably the best part of maybe about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years now. You know, this isn't going to be a quick run-through, I'll say that much. It's very much like I'm experiencing it again for the first time. But we're going to make a new game, and we're going to begin our quest. I'm so excited!
Mr. Hare, Mr. Crow, report!
We've lost him, sir.
I don't want your excuses.
Disappeared into the crowds.
Which way was he heading?
The station, sir. He has the documents.
Danvers has seen and heard too much. He knows about the chasm and D-labs. He could have seen the experiment.
How? The firewalls are hack-proof.
To those on the outside, yes.
He's one of us.
Perhaps I can think of a better purpose for Mr. Danvers.
Shall I get after him, Mr. Hatton?
He'll be catching the last train.
Which platform, sir? There is still time.
No, leave him be. I know which train he is, and I know where he's going.
Where, sir? Where is he going?
Where is he going?
He's going nowhere. Nowhere at all.
So cryptic. Yes. The Lost Crown, a ghost hunting adventure. Ooh, so that's the train that we're on. There's just something about the atmosphere in this game which is just so unique. I love it. That's us.
Last stop, Mr. Danvers. How do you know my name?
You told me, in between kips.
Kips? You mean I woke up?
Oh yes, I should say so. Quite chatty you were.
Ooh, amazing. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. Right. So this is the station master. So basically, to give you the rundown, we have fled London on the first available train we could find. And we've ended up in this strange place, but why? Why have we run away? Who are we running from? What's going on? Oh, it's exciting. Okay, right. That's an impressive old train.
That's an impressive old train.
I don't know what I need to
Oh,
talk.
sir, it may be lacking a little polish here and there, but this old girl hasn't let us down yet.
The tourists must love it. And your outfit.
Outfit, sir?
I see. Reenactment or something.
You lost me, Mr. Danvers. Was there something else?
Let's see. Did you see anyone else board the train at London?
Did you see anybody else board the train at London?
Only you and the young lady.
Young lady? A girl?
Yeah, that's right, unless I've been getting it wrong all these years.
Where did she get off?
Well, here, of course, Sedgemarsh.
Where did she go? I've seen no other passengers.
Through the fens, I'm guessing. Fancy your chances, do ya?
I resent that remark.
Do you now? Well, that's interesting.
Okay.
Have we been here long? It was midnight when we left London.
No, we've just arrived. Bang on time.
There's nothing here. What am I supposed to do?
Maybe Sir should have thought about that before boarding. Usually, out of flood season, we would continue on, but the spring tide flood the fens, meaning Sedgemarsh is our last stop.
What time does the train leave?
No passengers for the return journey.
What? You can hardly leave me here.
You'd rather end up at the terminus, sir.
I'll return shortly.
Very well, Mr. Danvers.
Right, okay. So, we're at Sedgemarsh Station. This is so nostalgic. This is absolutely crazy. Let's see what have we got up here. Right, okay, so I will say there is a particular reason that I'm playing this game now, of all times. So I actually had the immense pleasure of being invited down to Cornwall to see Darkling Room for myself and meet Jonathan Boakes and Matt Clark, the people who worked on this game and made it come to life. So it was a real privilege to be able to actually speak to them about the game and the series and, you know, what's going on next. And it was just, yeah, really, really interesting, super nice people. But while I was there, it just made me want to play it.
I have no idea where this leads.
Well, you're going to go ahead anyway, Nigel. Sorry,
If
my name's Nigel.
it leads anywhere at all.
I should say that.
This could be my last chance.
Okay. What do I have to do here then? Oh, where's he off to? Ooh. Oh, I forgot about all of this. That's me.
I don't think I'll be returning to work anytime soon. What's this?
What is this indeed? Ooh. What's this? Right, okay. So, to put it incredibly bluntly, I discovered things that I shouldn't have done because I was snooping at work. And, yes, unfortunately, they're now on my tail. So, been a bit of a naughty boy. Right, station master, what's the good word? Can I please get back on the train?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
I don't know. I was hoping that you could...
Good what, sir?
Good what? Oh. Where does the path lead?
Where does the path lead?
Saxton, sir. Across the fens.
Why doesn't the train go there?
The floods, Mr. Danvers. I did say. During the spring, the line ends here, at Sedgemarsh.
Can I get to Saxton on foot?
Oh, easily, sir. Follow the path through to Saxton.
Big town, is it? Phone, food, a bed?
Big enough, you'll find all you need. A little treasure it is.
Treasure? Why do you say that?
You'll know soon enough.
I see. Very well. I'll see for myself.
That you will.
That you will.
Seeing as you're heading that way,
What?
I found this on the train. The young lady must have dropped it.
Ooh.
That was clumsy. What can I do?
Well, if you're quick, you'll catch her up in no time.
I'll try my best. So long. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, that's right. You didn't. Station master will do.
Oh, goodbye, station
Yeah, I'll do.
master.
Goodbye, Mr. Danvers.
Goodbye, station master. So, let's have a look at this. Lucy Rubens. Right, that was the train leaving. I had no choice. There's no way I could have got back on there, unfortunately. So I guess we're heading to Saxton. Right. There's this chap. We'll ignore him for now, because I think I remember what happens later. I think I'll speak to him at some point. Ooh, what's that? I remember this. So this is the path that was closed due to erosion.
Hello! Nothing but the North Sea. Next stop, Norway.
Interesting. So I have a bit of a weird history with this game, actually. It's honestly been pretty influential in my life, with regards to things like my interests and my education, which is kind of weird. What's this? What have we found here, Nigel?
Symbolic images or ancient graffiti?
Yes. So I actually first discovered this game on the day of my interview for university back in 2009, and because I come from a very small little town, on a small little island rather, we didn't have many shops, so any chance to go to the city was always exciting because you could go.
I should find the owner of the wallet.
Oh, okay. She's not that way then. Yeah, so we would go and do shopping whenever we had an opportunity to be in Southampton. So we always used to do that. And I just happened to find this on a shelf, and I was just so interested in the box art that I thought, okay, let's give this a go. And it's a froggy. I can't do anything with the froggy. Oh, I know what I will do later on though. Cute. Oh, who's that?
There's someone out there.
It's a spooky
Amongst the
ghost.
dudes.
Try not to fall in. Ooh. Storm's coming.
She's gone. I'll catch her later.
Yeah, bye. Oh, this is so exciting. It's really interesting because, so when I went down to Cornwall, I got to see the real-life Saxton. And Mr. Boakes was nice enough to give me a proper tour of the place, and we got to see all the real-world locations that they use in the game. So that was really cool. I'm lost. I'm already lost. God damn it. It's really weird though, because when I went down, I sort of expected it to have this kind of gloomy, stormy atmosphere. To be honest, the weather was supposed to be awful, but I lucked out, and it turns out the weather was actually incredible. Okay, so I can go this way now. I've been there. Ah, this is so cool! So this is actually a structure which is in Loo, and was one of the first places that I actually got to see in my visit. Loo is the town where we actually stayed, so... And, oh! It's just so cool! Just seeing things that you recognise. Oh, I remember this. Okay. So, right. There were those little sign pieces that we had before. Let's see what it says. Let's uncover our first mystery. Oh, wait. I literally realised I don't have all the pieces.
That's not right.
That's not right. You're absolutely right, Nigel. I misclicked. I do apologise. It was me being a dingle, and I'm sorry. What? I don't get it. I can read what it says. Oh, there we go.
Dangerous undercurrents. I should take that as a warning. To watch my step from now on.
Okay, so there's a lot of dangerous undercurrents. Let's go into a spooky cave.
Nothing ventured.
Shimmy sham in.
What's this?
What's what? Ooh.
Treasure? Perhaps my time here won't be entirely wasted.
Treasure. Ooh. There's treasure out in those fins waiting to be found. Says visiting metal detector enthusiast Laurie Stone. Stone is one of many glory seekers hoping to find the lost Anglo-Saxon crown, believed to be the last of 3 such treasures created thousands of years ago for the ancient rulers of the kingdom. Okay. How interesting. Yep, just put it back down, Nigel. Reduce your flesh? Oh. Let's read the advert.
Some kind of sea monster.
That's dope. So if you haven't guessed by now, this is very much a traditional point-and-click mystery-style game. Oh man, this used to terrify me. In fact, it probably still does. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I never noticed that! I never noticed that when I used to play. There's bloody shadows going across. Oh well. What's this? No peace in death. The humble folk of Saxton were horrified to discover an 80-year-old corpse floating in the still harbour last weekend. The body was spotted by local man Bob Tawney while doing his milk and bread round. Horrible it were, says Mr. Tawney. It were falling to bits. You could barely call it human, it was so rotten. Rotten and putrid. Identifying the body took little time after police discovered the local graveyard had become flooded and disturbed by unusually high spring tides. The Saxton area is experiencing an unexpectedly wet spring, leading to widespread flooding and coastal disturbance. They came floating across the sea out of the fog. The once quiet graveyard is now all but destroyed by the approaching sea, meaning... I'm guessing that means it's just put a little F there, meaning further bodies will be disturbed from what was intended to be an eternal slumber. The fishing has had to stop with the water being so badly polluted. Next week's catch sits on the town waiting to be burned. The smell is unbearable. The fisherfolk of Saxton are hoping that May Day Festival is not affected by the gruesome events. Yes. So the spring tides, which also stopped the train from coming down, also flooding the graveyard, and corpses are floating out to sea. That's pretty grim. Let's be honest. Ow! Oh my god! I've been here! Ah! That's so cool!
An abandoned building. It looks foreboding.
It does look foreboding, and don't look at the roof in real life, because you'll see the solar panels and it'll ruin the illusion. Oh, wow! Okay, so there's a silly little boy over there, blocking my way with his tricycle, so I've got nowhere to go but this way. Oh, this is so bizarre. So bizarre. Wow. And here's one of my favourite characters. This old Nanny Noah! And George!
What's up with him?
Oh, here you are.
Yes.
Excuse me?
Here you
I'm
are.
sorry, I should have said good evening.
Oh. I adore Nanny Noah. I don't know why. What's that? Could it be another body from the graveyard?
What is that? In the water.
A tree stump, I think. Dark and shapeless. It could almost be a small body, couldn't it?
I don't know. It's too far away.
Could be, Nigel.
Could almost be a child's body.
Yes.
What? We should.
Do not fret. All will become clear.
Will become clear, apparently.
Is that your dog?
Yes. George and I have been companions for many, many years.
A woman's best friend?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh.
Is Saxton near here?
You are standing on Saxton shore. So yes, you could say you've arrived.
At last! I had to walk across the fenland.
Last train never arrives in Saxton.
Why is that?
I've no idea, dear boy. Saxton's an isolated town.
Ooh. I'm a treasure hunter.
I'm a treasure hunter.
Let's go in with no sense of
Well,
decorum.
there's a thing.
Thing? I'm seeking my fortune.
Yes, you and the others.
Others? What others?
The May Day tides bring many to Saxton.
Why is that?
High tides eat away at the rocks, cliffs and sandbanks. The low tides expose that which have been hidden.
Like ancient treasures?
Ancient treasures.
Perhaps. That and people's fortunes. And futures.
I wonder if that's a warning.
I expected to arrive at Saxton Station.
High tides flood the fens, and no one can enter or leave the town.
How do you cope?
Cope? Cope with what?
You know, emergencies and the like.
Oh, I see. Oh, we cope. Yes, we cope very well.
Okay. I'm seeking bed and board in the town.
The bear is most likely to provide what you need.
A bed? Oh, you mean a hotel?
No, I mean the bear. You can't miss him. He'll be swinging tonight.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear me, I'm teasing you. You shall see.
You shall see. Everything's super cryptic.
I'm Nigel, by the way.
Yes, Mr. Danvers, I'm sure you are.
Am I expected?
Oh, yes. For some time now. You may change it all. Time will tell.
Ooh.
May I ask you something else?
Oh, feel free, young man.
Right.
I'll leave you in peace.
Very well. I'll be seeing you again, sooner or later.
Certainly will, Nanny Noah. Right. Oh! I've been here! Oh, wow. This is so bizarre. Oh, I'm digging this. Wait. Oh! I've been here! Oh, that's so cool. Wow. That is so weird. So this is awesome, because this is actually a real cave. I can only get so far in, though, because I'm too fat. Oh, wow. This is so... I always thought this little thing here was just a graphic that they posted on, but nope, that's exactly how it is in reality. That's so weird. Right, let's head into Saxton. It's so cool! Wait a minute, aren't you the same guy who was in the Fens? Oh, whatever. Been down these steps. Oh, this is so dope! Love this. Bet that stinks.
I think I'll pass on the local delicacy.
Oh! I've only just understood that. After like 10 years, they said in the newspapers that the corpses that are flooding the tide have like ruined this week's stock, this week's catch. Oh, I just thought he wasn't a fan of fish.
What's this?
What is this, Nigel? Oh,
I'll make a note.
just makes me sad. Because I know what this is. Right, let's head into Saxton town. Very slowly, head into Saxton town. Oh, yes, yes, yes! Okay, I've been here. Oh, wow. Wow. It's so weird. What's on the menu? The Bear. Saxton's one and only public house, the Bear has stood on this site for over 300 years. The building itself was once a dockside warehouse and provided bed and board for fishermen forced into Saxton's safe harbour by the stormy North Sea. Come on in and sample our hospitality, or try some of Saxton's famous lobsters. A peaceful, pleasant evening awaits. Oh, that's interesting. Why is Harbour Cottage closed indefinitely? Huh. How strange.
The creaky sign says, The Bear.
Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Okay, right, well, we've arrived into Saxton town. I think this is a good place to leave it for this episode. Thank you everybody so much for checking this out. I'm super excited to be playing this game because although it is very, very slow, it's also very, very spooky and terrifies me. So I'm really excited to actually play a little bit more of it. So thank you everybody so much, and I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day, everyone.